is Top for Glory episode 124. We are just minutes away from Hell in a Cell, and I know Hell in a Cell in June, isn't it? More than likely to be in October. Crazy. But, we're minutes away. Top for Glory will always, well, not always, but we try our best to give you videos, whether it's a prediction or a review. So before anything, introductions will always be a must. I'm going to be 4. This is our 2022 WWE Hell in a Cell predictions video. Before I say anything, guys, I'll say Hell in a Cell is definitely one of my favorite matches. It's up there with the ladder match, with how much brutality you can showcase, how much offense, how dangerous, just how badass, and so many memorable moments. So many memorable moments that you can create on a Hell in a Cell match or in a Hell in a Cell match, because those aren't just a one and done, I'm going to forget it tomorrow. Hell in a Cells, you create your moments, you do your thing, you leave an impact, if you will. And the best way I can put it is by naming a couple matches that I personally enjoy from Hell in a Cell, like Batista versus The Undertaker, Shane McMahon versus The Undertaker, Triple H versus Batista, Randy Orton versus John Cena. I'm trying my hardest not to mention The Undertaker so much, but you know how infamous he is with the Hell in a Cell match type. So I won't try to name other stuff because I'm just want to keep saying The Undertaker. But let's get into our WWE 2022 Hell in a Cell predictions video, starting off with Madcap Moss versus Happy Corbin in a no holds bar, no DQ, street fight, whatever the hell you guys want to call this match at this point. Honestly, just give Madcap Moss the win, because Happy Corbin is just, I guess, the gatekeeper for new people. He's kind of where Dolph was at a couple years back, where I think Dolph's best bet, Baron Corbin's best bet is to just feud with new people, the young up-and-coming stars of tomorrow. Because, Baron's already had his moment. Former Mr. Money in the Bank winner, former King of the Ring, former Andre Memorial Battle Royal winner, former United States champion. Baron Corbin did his job. John Morrison too. You streamed the pay-per-view? Sorry, man. We're a wrestling podcast. We just stream. When we stream, we just talk about the shows. So right now, this is just a predictions video. Give me some of your predictions throughout the show, actually. Also, John Morrison 02. John Morrison 02. I see that you may be new to Talk for Glory, so welcome. There's normally 2 people here. I'm going to be 4. Young Smooth will be here eventually on one of these videos, so don't get too comfy seeing only one person. Talk for Glory is a 2-man job. But back to what I was saying about Baron Corbin. Baron Corbin's job is just simple. Just help the new guys get over, showcase them, their strengths, their weaknesses, I guess. Show them why you were the up-and-coming star at one point, and now it's Madcap Moss's turn to beat Baron Corbin and then rise through the ranks, and hopefully he can be better than Baron Corbin. I will say, Madcap Moss, he's not big on me. He's not sold on me. I don't know where's the jokes, where's the haha. There's not much funny to him, in my opinion. Honestly, if you ask me anything about Madcap Moss, I'm gonna say, oh yeah, that guy that landed on his neck against Drew McIntyre. Hey, John Morrison 02. I also see that you are commenting through my Twitch. So if you want, you can also go to YouTube and look up Talk for Glory. Subscribe to us. This way you'll always get notifications about when we're live, talk about wrestling. I also do predictions on my Twitch. I'll even do like a small little simulation. I don't know if you saw the last match prior, but I did a simulation of Cody versus Seth, actually, the match you're looking forward to. But back to what I was saying. I got Madcap Moss winning this just for the simple fact that I don't think Baron Corbin needs any more wins in his life. I'm not saying he should job out for the rest of his career, but Baron Corbin can take about 20 losses from now to November, and I don't think it would really change his position on the card for any foreseeable future. But anyways, on to my next match. It is Ezekiel. Wait, maybe that's Elias. We don't know. It's Ezekiel versus Kevin Steen, Kevin Owens, whatever the hell he called himself on Monday Night Raw that one time. In just a regular one-on-one match. I don't know what this match is supposed to be for. If Kevin Owens wins, does Ezekiel reveal himself to be Elias? If Ezekiel wins, does Kevin Owens have to accept Ezekiel? Is Ezekiel Elias? Is Elias Ezekiel? Is Kevin Owens Is Kevin Owens Steen? Is Kevin Steen? Just who's who anymore? Anyways, we're gonna get this match, and honestly, I need Kevin Owens to do something better than this. Than say you're Elias, no, you're Ezekiel, no, you're Elias, no, you're Ezekiel. I need something better than that. Sorry, I kind of speed ran that one. It's just I have no interest in Ezekiel versus Elias. Sorry for the background, guys. You guys already know here in New York City, there's always going to be a loud background. But on to the next match. Son of a... Give me a moment. Okay, the loud background is finally gone. So, time to talk about Bobby Lashley versus Omos and MVP in a handicap match. Honestly, for the first time since his TNA run, am hoping for Bobby Lashley to go and do something better than this. Now, I enjoy MVP. I've enjoyed MVP since around 2007. But I do understand that he's getting up there in age, so I can't see the half man, half amazing, always better than you kind of guy, Montel Vontavious Porter, even though the kid in me is dying for that MVP to show up, and I'm perfectly fine whether he does or doesn't. Bobby Lashley, I want to see the Almighty, the Dominator, and I know that's supposed to be like a Great Ocon nickname, but I want to see Bobby Lashley, the Great One, that held the WWE title, that held the TNA World title. Just get the hell away from Omos. Omos is opener for Monday Night Raw against local talent at this point. AJ Styles is, I believe, like 5'8" or 5'9". So we just give a round of applause for AJ for carrying Omos his entire career until he went singles. It's amazing how AJ, with that strength, was able to carry the Colossus Omos to make him just about 2% relevant. Omos is not clicking for me. The Great Khali did a better job at clicking for me. Not by a lot, but he did a better job of clicking. Just, oh, okay, that's the Great Khali. That's the Punjabi Nightmare. Who is Omos? You can't call him the Colossal. You can't call him a mountain of a man. He lost at WrestleMania. It's done. It's done. It's just done. I have no reason to have faith in Omos more than I would have faith in someone like Titus O'Neil. But honestly, I just want this match over. Bobby Lashley wins. He's going to pin MVP. I'm calling it now. Also, guys, I know that Hell in a Cell is currently on right now, but I'm doing this video, so I'm not even on. I'm not even on the Peacock app right now on my Xbox to watch this. So right now, I'm flying blind. I'm winging this, and one of our mottos here at Talk for Glory, more than just we talk about all wrestling, it's we want to be wrong. We want to be shocked. We want to be surprised. We don't want things to be obvious. So, I'm going to shit on this match as much as I want about how Omos is boring. Lashley needs to do better, and MVP needs to get the hell away from Omos. But, maybe MVP is a miracle worker, and he can just pull great things out of Omos. So I can think he is on the level of Matt Morgan. And for you guys that don't know who Matt Morgan is, the fucking blueprint of TNA. You need to look that man up. The only good big man in the past 10 years. I am still putting over Matt Morgan in 2022 over someone like Omos, over than the Great Khali. Hell, even over than someone like Brian Cage. And you guys can definitely fight me on that one in the comment section. And so, again, Lashley wins. He pins MVP. No questions asked. All right, and the next match is the nickname I like to call it, the Live for the Club versus Judgment Day. For you guys that don't know who's in what faction, it is Prince Devitt, also known as Finn Balor, the phenomenal AJ Styles. So right there you got the two BCOGs, Bullet Club originals, and Liv Morgan, the loser of 2022 since we've started this year, versus the WWE Hall of Famer, 11-time World Heavyweight Champion, the master of the TLC, the Rated R Superstar Edge, his partners, Punishment, formerly known as Punishment Martinez, former North American champion, former United States champion, Damian Priest, a man that just wants to live forever. He wants to make his name live in infamy. And the Nightmare with one of the greatest theme songs that sadly got changed. The Nightmare, the one, I'm going to call it what I want, brutality incarnate, Rhea Ripley. So I'll say this match should have been inside a Hell in a Cell. And to make it even more interesting, I would have done it in a War Games-like style, where you either have, one moment, guys, the traffic's about to come through like faster than lightning. Okay, I'm back, and sorry about that. Traffic was a nightmare. Similar to Rhea Ripley and Cody Rhodes. But back to this match, BCOG and Liv Morgans versus Judgment Day, Edge, Damian Priest, and Rhea Ripley. Like I've said, Liv Morgan's a loser, so I think her alone would need this win. Finn Balor just lost the United States Championship, and honestly, I don't feel he didn't just lose it, but this feud with Judgment Day has kept him afloat, kept him relevant, kept his name up there. So that's actually pretty good in its own right. And AJ Styles is AJ Styles. He'll be great no matter where you put him on the card. Edge is already Hall of Fame status. Damian Priest is a rising star. Rhea Ripley, after being nothing but a tag team specialist, finally will break out and become a true dominant woman. But after who I've got to win this, the BCOGs and Liv Morgan, I want to see this feud actually extend into a War Games like ending. I want that to be the final chapter. A War Games like match between both parties. Or, wait, no, Lethal Lockdown basically is War Games. But yeah, I've got BCOGs and Liv Morgan winning this. All right, time to get to our next match. Also, for you guys that don't know this, the WWE and Universal Champion are not on the card. The newly crowned undisputed tag team champions, the Usos, are not on the card. The Intercontinental Champion, Ricochet, is not on the card. So that's 5 championships missing from this pay-per-view. Now I know that's insanely unfortunate, but Talk for Glory isn't WWE bookers. We're not backstage. We're just two fans that want to give our opinions and are real about everything we've said on air. Sorry, guys, trying to get the next match on the screen. The next match is for the Raw Women's Championship. Bianca Belair versus Asuka versus former WWE Women's Champion Becky Lynch. The man, or Big Time Bex, whichever nicknames you guys want to use for her. So, as much as I like Bianca, and yes, guys, I know despite what I said for the WrestleMania video that despite her match being good with Becky, she should have beat Becky in about 20 seconds. I still like Bianca, and I do not need Bianca's reign to end so fast just because Asuka's back. I'm glad to always have Asuka back. I enjoy her every single day. She's very funny to me. Like, I can't take her serious. The last time I could take her serious was probably NXT. I'm not going to mute that. It's just one car. Like, the last time I could take Asuka serious is NXT. So every time she just comes on my screen, I just laugh. She's funny. She's comedical. And if she really needs to win, she needs to win. And, she'll pause the jokes because, you can't win the Raw Women's Championship if you're too busy being a comedy act. If that was the truth, I think our truth would have been Universal Champion a while back instead of chasing 24/7. But yeah, I got Bianca Belair winning this match. And hopefully Asuka and Becky Lynch can extend their feud because Asuka and Becky Lynch's feud should be extending because Becky can constantly say, you didn't win the women's title. I gave you it. You didn't have a good run because you earned it. I gave you the championship. You only had a good run because I was nowhere near to be found. I went to go be a mother first and a champion second. If anything, and I love using this word for a lot of things. If I was Becky, I would say you weren't even the Raw Women's Champ. You were the interim champion. That special word that AEW likes to use a lot. Interim. So maybe Asuka was a interim Raw Women's Champion similar to how I viewed Shingo Takagi as the interim IWGP World Heavyweight Champion, how Sammy Guevara was the interim TNT Champion, how we will crown a new new AEW World Champion interim. Maybe Asuka joins that list unknowingly that she was a interim champion. How about we think about that? Was Asuka the real women's champion when Becky was gone, or was she just a placeholder till Becky got back? But again, I got Bianca Belair winning this. And then on to a match I'm actually looking forward to heavily. It is it is Theory. Screw it. I can't say just Theory, because if I say Theory, I'm going to think of the Big Bang Theory, which is a good show, guys. Check it out. Austin Theory versus Mustafa Ali for the United States Championship. And for as long as I've watched Mustafa Ali get screwed over from getting injured, losing his moment that Kofi Kingston got, to standing on top of a ladder, looking like an absolute dumbass, watching Brock run down that ramp, is insanely stupid. And, I'm going to go on a mini rant, because anytime I think of Mustafa Ali or see Mustafa Ali on a card, it reminds me of Money in the Bank. And Young Smooth said he'd probably do the same thing. For Money in the Bank, one, the fact that my music got hit, the fact that my music was hit, and as I'm about to take my first step out, I get told, hey, Brock's coming back. And I just have to look like a giant moron. I would have pulled that briefcase down, because what are they going to do? Fire me? AEW was around the corner. I know Jon Moxley showed up in 2019, but can you imagine Mustafa Ali going to AEW with a briefcase, talking about, they took me out of the company, but they can't take the briefcase I won. But back to United States title, Austin Theory and Mustafa Ali. Yeah, this is Mustafa Ali's big break. This is his breakout moment. I do think in the future that Mustafa Ali will win the WWE World Heavyweight Universal Championship someday. But I feel like Austin Theory as a mid-card champion has done nothing for me so far. He's literally a lot more essential as the Vince McMahon project and less so as the, hey, it's the United States champion. So I think all we truly need is Austin Theory to be that guy with a camera, take selfies, and all that stuff. Just be a giant WWE fanboy and be Vince McMahon's quote-unquote project. He doesn't need the United States title. He has Vince McMahon in his corner, which is more important than the United States title. So I think Mustafa Ali winning this would just be perfect. It's like, all right, they didn't free me, and now as a result, I'm going to take their title. I'm going to take the United States title. But before I get into the final match, I understand that I'm right now doing this in the middle of Hell in a Cell. So thank you everyone that's watching predictions while watching Hell in a Cell. And thank you for also not spoiling this. Don't worry, guys. A Hell in a Cell review will be coming. It's either going to be coming today or tomorrow. Possibly even Tuesday. So before any of that, if you guys don't already, you guys can follow Young Smooth at YoungSmoothTFG on his Twitter. You can follow myself on my Twitter, Enigma_V4_. For my TikTok and Instagram, just type in Enigma V4. Best believe I'll be showing up. We also have a Discord. Guys, not just our community, but our Discord. Connect with us. Be open with us. Do you see how much wrestling we talk? Do you see how much wrestling you guys have gotten? You guys have gotten AEW, New Japan, WWE, from Talk for Glory. You've gotten all this wrestling from us. And we want to know your thoughts. We want to know your favorites. I constantly say that I am not a Daniel Bryan fan. Young Smooth is not an Orange Cassidy fan. I know people that don't like someone like Pac. I know so many guys that don't like this, that like that. Join our Discord or comment in our community thing and just let us know your thoughts on wrestling in general. But time for the main event. It is the American Nightmare, Cody Rhodes versus the Architect, the Revolutionary, the Man with the Plan, the Monday Night Savior. Wait, no, it's the Monday Night Messiah, the Friday Night Savior, Seth freaking Rollins. And I'm not saying that as his name. I'm saying that because that is a catchphrase it is, and nothing more, nothing less is what that name is. Wait. Okay, I'm back. Sorry about that. Those cars were insane. But it is the American Nightmare, Cody Rhodes versus Seth Rollins in a Hell in a Cell match. And I understand that there is rumors that Cody Rhodes did get injured, but I don't know whether he's going to make it, whether he is or isn't. I'm still going to talk about it. Honestly, the score is 2-0. If Seth wins this, good for him. If he doesn't, it's 3-0. What I want to talk about is what I expect out of this match. I expect Cody Rhodes to pull the same masterpiece of a match he did when he faced Chris Jericho. And the reason I say someone like Chris Jericho and not someone like Kenny Omega is because, might be a hot take, but I did not like Kenny Omega versus Cody Rhodes at Supercard. It wasn't the 5-star, I believe Dave Meltzer put it on. Cody's best match in AEW was against Chris Jericho, and I am hoping that Cody Rhodes can pull that same Cody Rhodes that we saw in AEW against Chris Jericho. From Seth Rollins is at this point on autopilot. This man is just built to be that damn good. If Seth Rollins sucks in a match, you can't tell me that he's having a bad day. I think Seth Rollins does it on purpose because Seth Rollins can give you a 3 out of 10 match, a 2 out of 10 match, an 8 out of 10 match, and a 100 out of 10 match. And I know I sound like a Seth Rollins fanboy, but after watching Tyler Black to Seth Rollins, you got to know how good he is. You just got to know how good Seth Rollins truly is. So I expect the best out of both of these guys. And hopefully this is the final chapter for both of these men. Then they can go on and do bigger and better things. I hope Cody challenges for the WWE Championship. And the reason I say WWE is because I don't think Roman should lose both belts. I do think that there should be 2 separate Money in the Banks. It might be funny if like both Money in the Bank holders cash in on Roman in the same night. Like if it were like a tag team. Like I know this is insane, but let's say the Street Profits both won like Money in the Banks, a red one and a blue one, and like Montez Ford hits a frog splash, 1, 2, 3, new WWE champion, and then Angelo Dawkins cashes in his briefcase, and then 1, 2, 3, new Universal champion. Like that would be funny to me. But I want to see the best match out of these two. I don't need to see a high spot. Cody, you don't need to jump off the top of the cell. Seth, you don't need to curb stomp into cinder blocks. You need to curb stomp into steel steps. But this match will be probably a match of the night candidate for Talk for Glory. Not match of the night, match of the year candidate for Talk for Glory. And if I'm wrong, I'm wrong. Like I said, guys, another one of Talk for Glory's mottos is we want to be wrong. We want to be shocked. We want to be surprised. But that's everything I got for now. It's only 8:30, so I can definitely catch up to Peacock right now and see what's going on. Any match I missed, thank you anyone that didn't spoil it. One more time for you guys that are just going to catch the final seconds of this. You guys can catch Young Smooth on his Twitter at YoungSmoothTFG. You guys can follow me on my Twitter at Enigma_V4_. For my TikTok and Instagrams, you can just find me at EnigmaV4. And again, guys, this stuff is live streamed just about almost everywhere. Reviews coming today, tomorrow, who knows? Just know it won't be anytime late. Remember, guys, drop a like, drop a sub, join our Discord, tell us your opinions on wrestling today. Turn on those post notifications, follow our social medias. Have a great night and enjoy Hell in a Cell, everyone.